beings, the insects, the helpings, the hungry ghost beings, the gods and goddesses, everyone, whether Buddhist, not Buddhist, it doesn't matter. Anybody who wants happiness, who doesn't want suffering, just inform them. And they, hearing what you are saying, they are so inspired, they are so happy to join you in this journey of cleansing the mind, to discover their own, and the ultimate treasure of the Buddha, the ultimate treasure of the Buddhahood within themselves, to achieve the total cessation of all fears of life, and to achieve the complete, the infinite happiness that one is seeking. With that in mind, let's recite this together. Yatha Om Gati Gati Page 18. By the teachings of the three supreme jewels possessed in power of truth, may any and all the hindrance be transformed, may they be dispelled, may they be non-existent, may they be pacified, and all negative forces opposed to the Dharma be completely pacified, may the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified, may we be separated from problems and conditions harmful with the Dharma, may all enjoyments be in accord with the Dharma, may auspicious and perfect happiness pervade this place now. It was mind training to separate, to distinguish the self-referential ego and from the self-confidence, and how to see how much you can subdue the self-referential ego and how to boost the self-confidence. So the point here is that the bad habits that we have, the quaternal karmas that we engage in, the negative karmas that we engage in, the afflictions that arise in us, see, never ever underestimate yourself. That you have the ultimate, the Buddha energy within us, ultimate perfection within us. With this mind, having conviction in this, boosts your self-confidence. And why should we be weak? Why should we be weak? Tell yourself. It's not that you tell somebody else that you're weak. We have to tell ourselves, why should I be weak? I have this Buddha nature, why should I be weak? On that basis, try to take the steps. Even if you are, say, like 80% dark, 20% good. Take steps to make it from 80% the bad to make it 79%, 78%. Just see if there's something's happening. Okay, for that matter, feel yourself that why should I be weak? Why should I be weak, right? So what I cannot do, which means that I'm weak. So I will display my strength, I will display my self-confidence. So I have the potential, I have the Buddha nature. So with this confidence, just see how much we can take steps. So finally, the point is, subdue the self-referential ego and boost your self-confidence. If you really feel that, if you really want to be kind to oneself and to be wisely kind to yourself, tell yourself that I can do it. I can do it. And it's not necessary that tomorrow you do it and tomorrow you become 100% pure. Don't expect that. It will not happen. It never happened to anybody. So from 80% bad, if you reduce to 79%, to 78%, 74%, this is incredibly great success. This is how we improve. This is how the Gate happens. Okay, with that in mind, let's recite this. With the determination to achieve the highest aim, for the benefit of all sentient beings, which surpasses even the wish-fulfilling gem, may I hold them dear at all times. Whenever I interact with someone, may I view myself as the lowest among us all, and from the very depths of my heart respectfully hold others as superior. In all my deeds, may I probe into my mind as soon as mental and emotional afflictions arise. As they endanger myself and others, may I strongly confront them and avert them. When I see beings of unpleasant character, oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, may I hold them dear, for they are rare to find, as if I have discovered a jewel treasure. When others out of jealousy treat me wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself the defeat and offer to others the victory. When someone whom I have helped or in whom I have placed great hopes mistreats me in extremely hurtful ways, may I regard him still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer a benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself all hurts and pains of my mothers. May all these remain undefiled by the stains of the 8 mundane concerns, and may I, recognizing all things as illusions, devoid of clinging, be released from bondage. From my 2 collections, vast the space that I have amassed, from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds be smiles blinded by ignorance. Next page, 7 Puja. I bow down to the youthful Arahant Manjushri, you lions amongst humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future. In the worlds of 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy or aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. For every atom of Buddha is numberless as atoms, each amazes a host of Bodhisattvas. I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal gardens, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense, I offer it to you, victorious ones. Fine dress and fragrant perfumes, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array, I offer it to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peers and vows, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful actions I've done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift my heart and rejoice in all the merit of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here still training and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening, all you are my guides, please turn the supreme will of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request who you may have actualized parinirvana. Please stay with us for aeons, numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight merit I may have created by paying homage, offering and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddha stay and teach, I will now dedicate all this for the full awakening of all beings. Want your material offering? Imagine that all the good things that you have, all the good things that the universe has, or you offer them to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who really, they show tremendous compassion, love, affection and towards you, so that your Buddha nature will become manifest fully. This ground, anointed with perfumes, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon, I imagine this as the Buddha faith and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the Dharma. May I be blessed that my Dharma practices on the proper path. May I be blessed the flaws are seen in the light of exalted wisdom. Becoming frustrated with ignorance that grasps the true existence, please bless me to generate a genuine renunciation, seeing all aspects of samsara as a vicious repulsive. Please bless me that my mind overflows with the precious bodhicitta that cherishes others more than myself. Please bless me to have an immaculate experience of the wisdom of emptiness that does not see even an atom of intrinsic reality, on the basis of understanding how things come into being by dependent origination through mere conditioning. Please bless me that my mind stream overflows with the precious wisdom of non-duality of bliss and emptiness. Idam Guru Rana Vedana Vanirate Amen. Okay, the foundation of all the qualities, page 28. The foundation of all good qualities is a kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of virtues and non-virtues come and follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful to abandon even the slightest negativity and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Samsaric splendors are unsatisfying and unreliable. Seeking them is the door to all suffering. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate a strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teaching is keeping the breath of moksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother my creature beings. Please bless me to see this, train in supreme bodhicitta, and bear the responsibility of freeing my greater beings. Even if I develop bodhicitta, but I don't practice the three types of morality, I'll not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the Bodhisattva vow with great energy. Once I have pacified distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyzed the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding, especially inside. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the two attainments is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pleasures in my life. And having realized the importance of the two stages, the essence of Vajrayana, but practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble paths and the spiritual friends who practice it have long lives, please bless me to pacify completely all out and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus, enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of the stages of the paths and could attain to the state of Vajradhara. Okay, generally the month of yoga, Punjani Yoga 4 points that we're going to do. One is the shamatha practice, Singapore meditation, followed by renunciation, bodhicitta, and visual emptiness. Okay. First 5 minutes meditation on the breath. Okay, ready? Okay, first we'll do the quick physical exercise. Okay, you have two fists on your knees. Okay, pull. Towards your left side. Release the forefinger. Lock your right nostril. Second set. Third set. Okay, next the 5 minutes. Okay, for this single part of meditation, 4 points to keep in mind. One is body posture. Number 2, focal point. For the body posture, 2 things very important. One is the sitting upright and not leaning against a support. And if you have a backing problem, it's exception. And then eyes not closed. 2 things very important. Eyes not closed, eyes half open, and 45 degrees cast down, and just ignore. And the rest is fine. Focal point, visualize a tiny dot, 1 mm or 2 mm in diameter between the nose and upper lip. And while you visualize this dot, multitasking, count a breath, breathe in, breathe out, cycle 1, breathe in, breathe out, cycle 2, 2 things happening together, multitasking. And identify the errors of meditation, 2 errors, broadly speaking 2 errors, mental laxity and mental excitement. To overcome the 2 errors, we have the point number 4, applying the remedies to overcome the errors. 2 remedies, what are they? Introspection and mindfulness. Introspection should come first, followed by mindfulness. Okay, ready? Okay, next is the renunciation. For the renunciation part, we'll do it on the basis of, again, so what we did this 5 minutes is a single point of meditation. What we're going to do for renunciation, bodhicitta, Vishma, emptiness, all three are going to be analytical meditation. For the renunciation, there are so many ways of doing it. They on the basis of the Lamrim practice. Lamrim meaning the graded path, which was initially like more drafted or modified, not really modified I should say, but drafted or compiled, put them together. It is systematized by Atisha Shri Gyana. So this Lamrim practice can be done on the basis of Lamrim practice, and if a Lamrim practice, in fact, that itself is based on the Buddha's teaching on the 4 seals. So we're going to do it on the basis of 4 seals, but the Lamrim practice is so well designed practice, and you can do it in both ways, Lamrim practice or directly the 4 seals of the individual. Okay, so because of the constraint of time, we do it on the basis of 4 seals. So here, what we do is that it's going to be guided meditation. Analytical meaning that your mind should be very actively analyzing and to invoke experiences. So the experiences will be invoked by the transformative experiences will be invoked by the analytical meditation, and whatever experience that you have are going to be stabilized by single point meditation. So this is the difference. So with that in mind, because that this is going to be analytical and it's going to be also very quick, so your job is don't ruminate over the past experiences and don't anticipate anything of the future, and disengage yourself from the 5 sensory objects. Be the present moment and try to follow the instructions, and to the best you can invoke the respective experiences. Okay, with that in mind, sit upright. Renunciation. Renunciation doesn't mean renounce the good things, renounce the happiness. This is not a connotation. Renunciation is to renounce the miseries. To renounce the miseries, we need to know how to renounce the causes of the miseries, because the miseries, they invariably arises from the respective causes, not otherwise. Ye dharma hetu prabhava, all phenomena arise from causes. So for that matter, how to get rid of the cause of miseries, how to renounce the cause of miseries is best can be done by reflecting, meditating on the 4 seals. The first seal, all composite things are impermanent. Composite things consisting of the physical material things, which are composed of the atoms, electrons, protons, and so forth, and then the non-tangible things such as the mind, which is composed of the temporal segments of the segments, the first moment of the mind, second moment of the mind, first hour of the mind, second hour of the mind, third hour of the mind, and so forth. So anything which is composed of these two things, including the self. Self is composed of the physical as well as the mental temporal segments. Anything which is composed of these, the parts, the compositions should necessarily be impermanent in nature. And this impermanence is of 2 kinds, gross and subtle. The gross one meaning this discontinuation, the impermanent phenomena, whose continuum comes to an end. That is gross impermanence. And the impermanence of phenomena marked by transitoriness, marked by the momentariness. This is known as the subtle impermanence. The subtle impermanence underscores all composite phenomena, whereas the gross impermanence may not underscore all phenomena, or only to the one category. So yet, for us, it's important for us to meditate on both the gross and the subtle. First, beginning with the gross, then ending with the subtle. Gross one, 2017. Whether you like it or not, it's already gone. It never come back again. And the youth, the beautiful youth, when you were age 5, 10, 15, all are gone now. In this life, they will never come back again. And worst, many people, perhaps many of your classmates in your school time, during your school days, friends, many of them have already left the world. And many of your great-grandparents, grandparents, and even in some cases, for example, in my case, parents, they're all gone. If you think like this, 200 years ago, no doubt this planet Earth was filled with 6 billion human beings. Today, 7.6 billion human beings. Maybe 200 years ago, 6 billion human beings. Today, not even a single one of them is left there. So 200 years ago, back in time, 6 billion human beings. What we are doing today, of course, they were seeing the same thing happening at that time. Some people, they were meditating, some people they were studying, some people they were into fights, some people they were into quarrels, into corruptions, into terrorism, into bullying, into robbery, and some people into the very secular things like teaching, jogging, and so forth. And the parents,